Nike is doing it, man. They're going after that boy Kool, Kai, and Omi and a Hellcat. Basically, right now, suing them for their, renditions of the Jordan 1 High. So Nike essentially is trying to kill two birds with one stone in this lawsuit because they made Kool, Kai, and Omi and the Hellcat co-defendants in this case. Basically because they got the same logo. They both got that same, lightning bolt logo. The interesting thing is, this is not the first time that we've seen a case like this. Nike has gone after the likes of Warren Lotus, who else? John Geiger, things like that. So we're familiar with seeing Nike go after smaller designers that kind of use their silhouettes in order to gain popularity, notoriety, whatever it is. The thing that I think that always makes it worse is when those designers do exact Nike colorways. I think that was the thing that really packed up Warren Lotus. He was making, like pigeons and things like that, making pretty much making exact replicas is the word I'm looking for. Basically making exact replicas of exact colorways of Nike, or older Nikes, which is definitely the biggest no-no in that situation. And that's exactly what more so Omi and the Hellcat does. I don't follow him too much, but from the brief times I have gone through his page, he does like to do exact Nike colorways, exact Jordan colorways. I saw a pair of chunky donkeys on his page, and that's like, all right, bro, like you're doing exactly what they're doing over there. So that's exactly what you don't want to do, because that's how you're going to get their attention, how you're going to get packed up even quicker. But the thing that I always liked about Kool Kai is that he cooked up his own colorways. He cooked up new and refreshing colorways, dope concepts that I think that Nike actually could have really used for themselves and really honestly could benefit from, because the reason why companies like this, or designers like this, even get off the ground is because people are kind of sick and tired of the older retro designs that we get over and over again. Obviously certain colorways are always going to hit, certain shoes are always going to hit no matter what, but for the most part, most people are looking for something new and refreshing when it comes to shoes, when it comes to fashion. So when new and exciting colorways come along, it's always there's always going to be people hopping on the bandwagon, bro. But I do have a pair of Kool Kais in front of me. This isn't a personal pair of mine, but it is a pair from his recent pop-up over in Boston. And one of the things that I'll say about companies like this too, man, the quality that you're getting from these companies, Nike just ain't coming through with the details and the quality of even things like the packaging, bro. So we got a dust bag here. The box is, we got a sturdy box. It feels more so like, if you're used to getting any designer items, it feels more so kind of like, the designer box. And speaking of designer, man, it's funny that big time designers get away with ripping off, if we want to call it that, Nike and other companies all the time, because YSL got those exact, those not exact as Kool Kai in them, but they got their own rendition of the Jordan 1, and they have them in the red and blue colorway. Got them in red and royals, so it's like y'all are using that exact, silhouette and colorways. Like, we know what you're, trying to associate yourself with, and yet we see no legal action. We see no mention of it, really. And things like that are always funny. Even if you want to go on a smaller scale, Amiri, they've gotten obviously pretty big over the past few years, but they're still not, a huge, global company. They have their own Jordan 1 High, kind of just with that skeleton foot instead of a check or lightning bolt or whatever it is. And no legal action, no mention of it, really. Even people in the comments aren't going crazy hating on those the same way they'll bash Kais, they'll bash everything else. They go crazy because those are unoriginal, those are knockoffs. But when a big company does it, You know what I mean? It's hush, but that's not why we're here today, man. We're just here to talk about the topic at hand. I want to get y'all opinion on it, see how y'all are feeling. But these are the Boston 2.0 joints that I did pick up at the last pop-up shop that he had in Boston a couple weeks ago. Like I said, man, the colorways, the creativity, that's where the creativity is. Obviously, the silhouette, we know what it is, we know where this came from, but the colorways, the stories behind them is where, I think especially designers like Kai get creative. That's where they have fun with their shoes, and that's where they get their fans from, because a lot of his stuff, he has cool designs on his shoes, man. He has cool designs on his shoes. Like Nike just came out with their own like denim Jordan 1 this year. He already had that. Like he already did that. He's already put tons of different materials on Jordan 1s that I've never seen on Jordan 1s. Done colorways that we've never seen on Jordan 1s. You know what I mean? Like color blocking that we haven't seen and things like that. So I mean, it's definitely one of those things where everyone's gonna have their own opinion on him. Some people will never let something like this touch their feet. They're Jordan purists. I completely understand, man. I completely understand. I get it. Some people like to keep the classics and they're not messing with anyone trying to redo the classics. And you know what I mean? I 100% respect that opinion, but I also respect the people who don't really care. Because right now, fashion's at a point where people don't care anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Bootlegging and stuff like that has kind of just become regular. It's become normal. Even people are even wearing replicas now. Like that's where I draw the line. I'm not wearing replica anything, but people are doing that and they're not really caring right now. They're promoting it even. That's where fashion is right now. That's where people are right now. And I'm not mad at it. Like, I'm pro, do what you want to do, man. Whatever it is that floats your boat, do it. That's how I feel. But I do like a lot of the designs, the colorways, the color blockings that Kool Kai comes up with. That's how I became a fan of his. I actually did have a chance to talk to him a few weeks ago when he did come to Boston, and a lot of people on his team. And just, the way they work, they put in a lot of work, man. I gotta respect the grind, respect the hustle. Like, they do a lot of work, and they give back, and they definitely are humble about it. They're not, they're just not doing too much. And you gotta respect dudes like that just kind of put their head down, do the work, and bring people up with them, and, do good things with their business. So, yeah, man. One of the interesting things about this whole thing is how long Nike actually let these boys eat before they wanted to throw this lawsuit out here. I guess they got too successful as a thing, bro. They got too big because they've been at it for a while. But I see this ending pretty much the same way that the other lawsuits ended, just kind of like a cease and desist. Basically, they're gonna have to change up the design a little bit, switch things up, or just, move on to the next shoe at the end of the day. I think they've both been doing these for a while. They could, it might just be time to move on to the next silhouette, but then again, they might just tweak it and keep it at it. But we'll see what goes on. We'll see what happens. Let me know if y'all want to see some of the footage that I have from the pop-up that he did in Boston. Let me know if y'all want to see any more details on these or have any questions about these, man. Feel free to throw them down in the comments down below. Feel free to throw anything down below. I know some people get super mad, get super worked up about stuff like this, man. Just chill out, please. Just relax, like, you know what I mean?